get back.
Hi guys, it's B. How are you doing? I realized that I just did a video yesterday, but I can't help it. I had to do another one today. As you guys know, I was about to dive into Death of the Family, which I had not read yet. I waited until I had all of the issues together so I could read them in one shot, and I gave myself a week to do it. Yeah, it took me a day and a half. That's it. Holy cow! Holy freaking cow! I was not really expecting that. Okay, let me focus. Okay. As you guys know, I'm a very fresh reader to comic books. I am new to the comic book world as of the relaunch of the DC Universe. Now, I read Marvel titles as well, but that was really kind of the jumping in point for me. Prior to that, the only thing that I had read was A Killer Joke. So I have read the Joker in a very small, itty-bitty way prior to the Death of the Family. Not really enough, in my opinion, to really form a thorough opinion of him, but whatever. So, so Death of the Family. I want to start out by saying I love comic books. I really enjoy the titles that I've been reading now for a long period of time. Love them. But I was not expecting this. I know the whole concept of graphic novel, it being graphic, I understand that concept, but holy cow! I was not expecting it to this extent. And I know I keep pointing, I'm sorry. I just keep looking at this because in this opinion, I'm also going to offer a quick little opinion on Batman 17. I told you guys I'd do a quick review, so I'm just going to merge it today. But I was not expecting the amount of intensity and how graphic it was really going to be. So getting on to my opinion. I love that it started out with the Joker making his first appearance in Gotham City PD. I really respect Commissioner Gordon's character. I really like his character. I think that statement by the Joker was a very big one. The writers did a really great job in expressing that. By him initially attacking, threatening, and making his presence known with the police force of Gotham City, he's pretty much reminding them that they don't have a role to play when it comes to his story with the Batfamily, and Batman in particular, but also a reminder to the Batfamily that they don't really have backup. And that's reiterated in another Batman issue, where the police force shows up, but they really have no leg to stand on, and it was a mistake to even show up. So it is really letting the Batfamily know to which level of intimacy the Joker is anticipating them meeting in, I guess. So I liked that. That was definitely a bam statement, and at that point, even barely starting the story, you knew that was made a point for a reason. So I liked that. I really liked seeing Harley Quinn as a character. I had seen her on old cartoons years and years ago, but I liked the whole villain-victim role that she played, so that was kind of neat. I really liked Catwoman's encounter. Out of everybody's individual encounter with the Joker, I think that was my favorite. I really kind of was blindsided. Like, I didn't expect that she was going to be given a choice. I liked that she was put in a position where she made a good girl choice, but then she was still given the opportunity to choose whether or not she wanted to take this path with the Joker or walk away. And he let her walk away. Reminded her of where her loyalties really lie, but let her walk away. I wasn't expecting that. So I liked that a lot. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked seeing the Riddler and the Penguin and Harvey Dent. I thought that was really neat. Again, I had seen all these characters in movies, but never read about them in a comic book. So it was different. It allowed me to get a different insight into those characters, and I really enjoyed that. I regret that I did not read Red Hood or Nightwing through this. My titles were Batman, Batgirl, Batman and Robin, just for this particular story, and Catwoman. I do want to get my hands on Red Hood and Nightwing in the future. I definitely appreciate the roles that they played, and my interest has definitely been piqued when it comes to those two. So I definitely think, especially Nightwing, I think at this point I'm going to add that title to my repertoire of what I read every month. So really liked those characters. Let's see. What else? Alfred. I love Alfred's character. I think he is really kind of the stable, slow and steady character, no matter how chaotic things are getting. Yeah, that's a great word. I'm going to go back to that. But no matter how crazy or chaotic things are getting within the Batfamily or around the Batfamily, he kind of is just that, keep going, got it, no problem, and he's kind of that steady support. And I liked seeing him off kilter, totally twisted. So I thought that was neat. Okay, so back to the word chaos. If I had to choose one word to describe this story, that is absolutely what I would use, chaos. It was... I'm chaotic here trying to come up with a story because I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I literally finished it 2 minutes before making this video, so it's really fresh. You have no choice but to think like the Joker in a way while you read it because of how it's written. I mean, it's like bam, bam, this, that. And, serious, or is he joking? Is he serious? Is he joking? Is he serious? What the heck? So you feel just as scattered as the character you're reading. And that was neat. That was really neat. I liked that the font that was used was different for the Joker. There's a lot of little bitty things here and there that I really appreciate as a reader because it really reminded me of the type of character you're dealing with. So that was neat. Okay, now to talk about the Joker in general. Like I said, I've read A Killer Joke, but prior to that I have no previous Joker experience. Oh my goodness, he's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Like, if I could try to come up with a nightmare, the worst nightmare I've ever had in my life, and it could not compare to this character. And that's saying something. I have very vivid nightmares, but the whole face thing, now I'll admit I had to do some back research on that. I didn't understand the whole face thing. Back research told me that it was the doll maker. It happened in the asylum. That previously, a year prior to him coming back, he had disappeared. He hung it up on the wall as a statement, I guess. So I had to do some research into that to really understand it. But ew, 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 ew. Now I realize most of you guys are guys. I'm sorry, but I'm totally going girly on you. Ew! It was so gross. So gross. The whole strapped on face and the insides flipping and it was disgusting. I give the writers a ton of credit for making this story so awesome, but truly the illustrators are just, oh my gosh, that was that was so disgustingly creepy. But I loved it. Like I said, there's some sick twist part of my brain that just has to know how bad something is. I think that applies to how gross something is too. But no, it was amazing. It was terrifying. I could not have imagined or made up a character like him. The way he speaks is terrifying. The way he looks, it's just psycho. I kind of felt psycho reading it, which I hope was their impression and that I'm not actually psycho. I hope that they were intentionally trying to invoke that feeling and that I'm not actually losing it, because you never know. So, just joking. But his character really freaked me out in a lot of ways, and I almost have to say that it's a relief that this is over and that character can just disappear for a little while, because I've had enough of the Joker. He's, whew. Yeah. So that's kind of a quick little opinion about him, I guess. At the end of the Batman 17, let me talk about that for a sec. So the whole dinner situation, I don't even know what to say about that. Who thought that up? How do you think that up? I mean, seriously, am I insane? I don't think I'm the one insane. But that was creepy. This book is rated teen. Now, I don't know how the rating system works, but I wonder if there's parts of this story that maybe should have been rated a little bit higher, if possible. I would have had a heart attack, I think, if I didn't read these myself and I saw my, teenager reading them. I'd probably freak out. But there are some scenes that I think are so graphic and so psychologically disturbing that it maybe should have been rated a little bit higher. And maybe I'm underestimating the mental capacity of a teenager, and if I am underestimating that, I apologize, but I can definitely tell you that when I was a teenager, I would not have the mental capacity to comprehend this in a reasonable way. But yeah, that whole dinner scene was freaking. I seriously thought their faces were chopped off. Totally, 100%, no doubt in my mind. And I just kept thinking, how are they going to make Barbara Gordon look hot after this? Did you guys wonder that too? I know it's so bad. That's so like, why would I worry about that? But I did, because she's my favorite. So, and I like that she's a hot character. I didn't want to have some like plastic surgery in a future issue. So I really thought their faces were chopped off. So that was definitely a shocker. The very end of that issue, when Batman confessed to knowing who the Joker is, knowing his past. Now here I am a little confused. The Joker doesn't want to be known, right? Even though I think some part of him does want to be known. They mention his name, but then when Batman's saying, I know who you are, I know who you are, I got the impression that he really doesn't know who he is. But he knows that that's Joker's worst fear, so it was kind of a joke on the Joker by Batman. I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong. I really, really want to understand that better. So I don't know. I thought it was a really quick exit, especially in comparison to the very long entrance of the Joker character. But I don't know, I thought it was cool. The whole family being distant at the end I thought was kind of fitting. I'm sure that there were some interactions between the Joker and those characters that are implied but not yet explained, or maybe will never be explained. But I hope that that distance within the Batfamily will allow the individual characters to kind of dive on their own a little bit after this issue. I like it when they come together, but I really like it when they're kind of on their own. My favorite Batgirls are the ones where she doesn't have any interaction with the other Batfamily characters. So I'd like to see what happens to her roommate, and I'm dying to see what happens to her brother, what the heck that's all about, and her mom, and so there's so many things left undone from her perspective. If you don't read Batgirl, you should, because, I mean, there's just so many open endings here. I cannot wait to get the new Batgirl issue. So there's that. I like the two-headed lion. I thought it was kind of cute in some weird, creepy way, until its head was like going to explode. I thought it was cute. So I think that's everything, guys. I thought it was intense, amazing, disgusting, totally gross, but I would absolutely read it again and plan on it as soon as I get my hands on Red Hood and Nightwing. So, yeah, totally creepy. Don't read it before bed. I did. I woke up thinking about it. So I'm sorry it's a little bit of a girly ew, ew, ew moment. I hope as men you guys can appreciate it, and as women you guys can identify with it. And I hope that this fresh perspective maybe is nice for you guys to hear, since you guys know everything and I totally don't. So if you have any answers to things I was stuck on, I'd love to hear them. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't mind 2 videos 2 days in a row. See you guys later. Bye.